Trump, I want to ask you about some comments that Eric Trump made to Telegraph. He said, speaking of Ivanka Trump, Ivanka is a mother of 3 kids, and she has influence. I'm sure she said, listen, this is horrible stuff. My father will act in times like that. Did Ivanka Trump play a role in President Trump deciding to strike Syria? And if so, what was that role?
Well, the president, I think we released last Friday a very comprehensive TikTok of, when the president was informed by his national security team and how his thinking evolved. 10:30 last Tuesday, his national security team was giving him his presidential daily briefing. They went over what had gone on in Syria in detail. He began to ask a series of questions. They came back to him later that day. There was a deputy meeting later on Tuesday. On Wednesday, there was a principals meeting. They continued to bring back with him a series of questions and responses to his thing, and it is evolving. His decision-making process continued aboard Air Force One on the way down to Florida. 4 o'clock when he arrived in Mar-a-Lago, he had a national security team meeting both in Mar-a-Lago and secure VTC back to different elements that were gathered in secure locations. That's when he gave the order. That being said, there's no question that Ivanka and others weighed into him, as it was asked earlier, Hallie asked it, that when he himself saw images, he was very, very moved. And I think Ivanka and others, frankly, I don't think that there's many humans that came into contact with the president during that window of time that said, did you see those images on television? So I don't, I think there was a widespread acknowledgement that the images and the actions that have been taken were horrific and required action.
And just to be clear, she was among those who supported taking action.
I have not asked her what her person, but I think, and again, I saw the reports that Eric gave, but again, I don't think Ivanka stands any different than anyone else when it comes to the response that we got.